facilities. We spoke to Sharmila about Havells before we went to the break. She told that she's quite positive about volume recovery and how Havells could be an interesting name to look ahead going forward if one has a long-term view. The management of Havells is now with us. Anil Rai Gupta, CMD as Havells India, is with us. Good afternoon, sir. Can you just first start with the new plant that you have inaugurated? I believe it's a water heater plant. What is the edge that you get versus some of the other players?
So this facility is the facility for water heaters, electrical water heaters. This is the first of its kind in India. It's one of the most automated plants, not only in India but in the world. And this will have a capacity of manufacturing 500,000 water heaters, which is the largest capacity by far in the country. And we started selling water heaters about 3 years ago, and because of the extremely good response and going by the philosophy of Make in India, which Havells has been implementing for the last 20 years or so, this facility has been put up, and it's a complete import substitution. Whatever we were importing will be substituted by this facility, and over a period of time this can generate revenues of close to about 400 to 500 crores for Havells. It's one of the, as I said, one of the most modern facilities in the country.
So how much time do you think when the plant would be up and running on a maximum utilization basis? When do you see full production coming at this plant now that it's just started?
Well, I guess it will take about a couple of years to take it up to a level of one shift basis, which is about 300,000, and to take it up to 500,000 is basically dependent upon the distribution and the sales. The plant has a capacity of manufacturing 500,000, so within 2 or 3 years we should be able to utilize a lot of capacity of the plant.
So as you said in the start that this is one of the best capacity in the water heater space. Now it's a very competitive space. It's not that it's dominated by a few players. Why such big capacity, such investment never came into this space? Why are we essentially in so much when it's been a business for a while, and a lot of people are there into this space who are not investing?
Well, the total market size is about 2,000 crores. There are facilities, but till a few years ago this was reserved for the small scale, so a lot of manufacturers were dependent upon getting it manufactured by the small scale, not very high quality standards, or basically on imports. So after this de-reservation has happened, this is one of the first facilities which has been put out, completely integrated facility, and as I said, it is very high quality product, and so it will take some time to ramp it up to full capacity, but that's what we are looking at.
So how do you see consumer demand shaping up? Is there any improvement? Are you hopeful of a recovery in the second half of the year?
Well, to some extent, right now I would say the consumer demand is tepid, but it has become a little bit slow since the last half of this last year. But I think this is, you're rightly saying that this has been a philosophy of Havells, that we do believe in the long-term and medium-term prospects of the demand in the country, and the short-term blips really don't change the long-term course for the company. And I think very soon we'll be able to see a pickup in the demand, and this definitely, not only this plant but all plants will see a ramp up in the capacity utilization.
So we spoke to you last. You said that you're hopeful of a recovery in second half. Is that view still intact?
Well, we are always hopeful. I think the recent numbers show a positive response in the industrial production numbers, which shows that the industrial demand is now increasing, and over a period of time this should trickle down to the consumer demand as well.
So what's the plan for e-commerce? I mean, the new plant that we are seeing, the existing process that has been there, you've always been very upbeat about branding. Will e-commerce branding over there be an important strategy for Havells as well now, going forward?
Yes, definitely. E-commerce is coming out as a new channel for the consumer, and Havells has always believed in the fact that make the product easily accessible to the consumer. So yes, it will be used as another channel strategy.
Right, and as far as the non-branded players are concerned in the e-commerce space, do you think that they get a level largely a level playing field along with you, or is that not a threat at this point of time?
I do believe that the industry that we are in, the consumer is looking for not only the price, but also looking at the quality of the product, the quality of the service, the dependability of the product. And I believe whether it is e-commerce or the traditional channel, the consumer will be the most important part. And as long as you can take care of the consumer needs, you will remain competitive. So I don't see any major issues there.
Sir, is there a shift towards LED product which had been supporting your growth? Does that continue? Are you looking for any acquisition in that space to support the growth faster?
Well, we've recently done an acquisition of Promtech lighting, and this, as I said, we'll always continue to be looking at strategic acquisitions in the future as well. Size is not that much of a matter. It depends upon the quality of the target. And so I think Havells has always been on the lookout, and it will continue to remain so.
So cost of input has fallen a lot, whether it's steel, whether it's any commodity that you would be using. How does it work in your industry? Do you tend to pass on majority of the cost benefit that comes in from commodity price fall?
Well, I think in our kind of industry, it's normally passed on to the consumer. Any weakening of the raw material prices or any hardening of the raw material prices. So that's why we we try and maintain a similar margin over a period of time.
Right, so thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. Hope you have a great day going ahead. That was a view coming in on Havells. They've started a new water heater facility, the best as far as capacity and technology is concerned in that space. We're taking a quick break. Coming back in 2, markets continue to be at the day's highest point. On the other side, we'll have a very special view coming in from Mahesh Nandurkar of CLSA.